Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're having a very good day. For today's video, I'm here to do a book review on Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. This is the last book in her companion series, I would say. Her first book being Anna and the French Kiss, her second Lola and the Boy Next Door. So let me give you a lowdown on what Isla and the Happily Ever After is all about. So our main character, of course, is Isla Martin. We follow her on her adventures during her last year of high school. She has doubts and insecurities about what she's going to do in the future, and she also finds herself in a whirlwind kind of romance with this boy named Josh, who we first meet in Anna and the French Kiss. She had this very long-standing crush on him, and finally in her last year of high school, things start to happen between her and Josh. So that is a very brief synopsis on what Isla and the Happily Ever After is all about. For the most part, kind of disappointed in this last book. It was definitely my most anticipated read for this year. Maybe my expectations were just way too high. I think by the end of the first chapter, I knew something was off, that I probably wouldn't like this book as much as the other two. I was kind of just underwhelmed by the end of it. Primarily, it's because of our main character, Isla Martin, and the plot, which are two aspects of a story you would hope to really like and enjoy. But unfortunately, it did not click for me. Out of the three female protagonists from Stephanie Perkins' books, I thought I would relate closely to Isla, and there are definitely aspects of her character that I could identify with, but for the most part throughout the book, I thought her character was kind of all over the place, and in turn her character development wasn't as strong as I was hoping it would be. I wish there would have been more focus on Isla's character development and her character, her flaws and insecurities and her doubts, and less on the romance she had with Josh. I know, right? I felt there were aspects of Isla's character towards the end of the book would have been more appropriate at the beginning, and there were things at the beginning of the book I thought would have been more appropriate at the end, and I felt it was just kind of all over the place. So yeah, I know. As far as Josh is concerned, I really liked his character. He is my number two. I still love Etienne. I love Etienne. But Josh is great. I always loved how Josh drew, and he was into comics and graphic novels, and that's just a thing I will always like. I definitely thought his character development was more on point than Isla. He definitely still had his faults, and I definitely think he misjudged certain situations, which I will get into the spoilers. But yeah, for the most part, I like Josh's character. As far as the other characters, I did like the relationships that were going on between Isla and her siblings, Isla and her best friend. So I thought that was good. Next, guys, I want to talk about the plot. I had a problem with the plot structure. I will get more in depth with that in the spoilers. But what I can say, I felt really old and jaded while reading this book. I felt so old. I felt the highs were really high, the lows were really low. I felt it was just very overly dramatic. I thought the dialogue was very cheesy. The cheese was very strong and bold in this one. There was definitely the insta-love connection going on between Isla and Josh. I felt anyways, you know, Isla was kind of in this relationship longer than Josh, at least in her mind space. And I know it's not out of the norm for there to be drama amongst teenagers in relationships. What? Yeah, I know there's drama. It just doesn't make me less exhausted reading about it though. I wasn't in love with the structure of the love story all that much, which I will again talk about in the spoilers. If I could pick one thing that I really liked about Isla and the Happily Ever After was the setting. It takes place both in New York and in Paris, France, and those are just delightful. It's really great, and just experiencing that through these characters is just a whole lot of fun. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to give Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins 2 stars out of 5. I thought it was just okay. I felt there were aspects of Isla and Josh's character were rushed. That was just kind of the nature of the plot structure, which I wasn't a big fan of, unfortunately. I'm kind of sad, but you know, it happens. So I'm just gonna get into the spoilers of Isla and the Happily Ever After. So if you don't want to be spoiled, stop watching. Stop watching now. I will talk to you guys later with another video soon. But for those who want to stay and want to know my spoilery thoughts on the book, stay tuned. Like right now, we're going to talk about it. So let's talk about the plot structure first. How Josh and Isla fell in love at the very beginning of the book. I definitely wasn't expecting that at all, and that definitely threw me off. I think out of all of the characters, I thought Isla would have benefited more from the traditional love story telling, like Anna and Lola, how there was kind of a lot of romantic tension between our main characters and they get together at the end. I know, I kind of wish that would have happened. Shouldn't really talk about shoulda, coulda, wouldas, but yeah, I didn't really like that because I thought Isla was a more hesitant character. I wasn't expecting her to jump right on in the relationship with Josh. And the relationship between Josh and Isla, I realize and understand there are bumps along the road in a relationship, of course, but like, whoa, it did not go very smoothly at all. Especially the communication between those two. I mean, Josh, what were you thinking of giving Isla the graphic novel of your life? Really, do you think that was the best way to communicate who you are, what you've been through in that form? Although he is an artist, he tells his stories through his drawings, so I could kind of understand that, but really, I don't know if that would have been the best way initially to get to know another person. And Anna and Tian's engagement at the end was definitely another favorite aspect of the book. I really liked. It totally stole the thunder, I thought, from Isla and Josh. Yeah, somehow Anna and Etienne managed to focus the spotlight on them. Maybe because I really like those two a lot and their story, so yeah. So those are my spoilery thoughts and feelings about Isla and the Happily Ever After. Anyways guys, that is my book review on Isla and the Happily Ever After. I hope this was kind of somewhat informative. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of Isla. Out of the 3 books, Anna, Lola, and Isla, which one was your favorite? And between Josh, Etienne, and Cricket, tell me who's your favorite. And out of the 3 settings, Paris, San Francisco, or New York, which was your favorite? I think I like Anna, Etienne, Paris. All the settings are really good actually. Paris is really good. But New York is really good too. I love New York. Never been to Paris or San Francisco. Those are just amazing. Anyways guys, I will talk to you later and have a very good one. Bye!